Well, good afternoon, everybody. This side wins again. Let me try it again. Good afternoon, everybody. So much better. Hopefully, I don't have to say it twice, or this whole day will take a lot longer. Okay, so welcome everybody to our session 10, which is our investor pitch. I want to thank everybody that's here. I know that we have a lot of other folks outside of the participants and mentors. We have some judges and sponsors and so on. Thank you for coming. My name is Sandra Seefeld, and I am the facilitator and trainer for this program for the last 10 weeks. And it was a pleasure doing that. I really enjoyed it. I want to say that this will be an exciting day. Based on what I've seen, there's a lot of passion and excitement and a lot of creativity that went behind these business cases and these final pitches, so I think you will all get to see that here shortly. I think this program really consumed a lot of the participants' time, as well as the mentors, and so I want to thank all the family members that are here today for all those times that they couldn't join you for dinner or go to special places because they were very preoccupied trying to get this program done. So I really want to thank you all for that. So just to get a few of you, I know we have some new folks here and they may not know what Startup Quest is about, so I just want to take a moment for that. What we do is we train college graduates to be entrepreneurs. And we do that, we educate them on how to commercialize the technologies. And they're technologies that were developed through the Florida universities and from the federal laboratories. It's a 10-week program, and its intent is to work with experienced entrepreneurs and experienced mentors to get them through the program. We learn how to do a business plan and how to do pitches and presentations, which I'll talk more about in a little bit. And what I'd like to do at this point, if we can get the deck up. So 10 weeks ago, one more please. Actually the next one. Thank you. 10 weeks ago, we started with over 600 people that attended the workshop that was right here. And out of those 600, there were 490 that actually applied for this program. Of those 490, the whole Workforce One team, Mike and Jack and others, went through that entire list and had to make sure who actually qualified for the program and then send it out to a third-party place where they could look at it and make the selection. And this third party worked with the U.S. Department of Labor. So of those 100, well, from that, 150 were selected. Of those 150, we had 20 that actually obtained jobs during the program. So that was very exciting as well. We have all different types of folks within this background. We have everything from accountants to marketing folks, HR folks, you name it. So it's a very diverse group, and it's a wonderful group. So some of the folks actually through the program that I worked with had never even opened Excel spreadsheets, and yet they were doing financial analysis, which is pretty amazing. And some of them had never done a business plan. So again, this is what we started with. So if you were to look at what you'll be seeing this afternoon, 27% of the folks that are in the program were actual vets. And those vets had to have a bachelor's degree at a minimum to get selected. And then from the breakdown, we have 6% had PhDs, 78% had a master level, and we had 14% that had at least a bachelor's degree. So very highly educated team here. Now, what we did from there is the mentors in the program were the ones that got to select the technology. And with the technology, they had, on the first session, their job was to deliver a speech that would hook people into their technology. And so all 17 mentors went through it, and then the participants were able to rank and rate which mentor they wanted to work with based on the mentor's personality, based on the mentor's technology, And so Mike, Jack, and myself sat down in a room one day and went through all 150 and tried to map them to give them what they wanted. And that's what created the 16 teams, or 17 teams at the time. So from there, you look at, the fact that we tried to balance the skill sets. So we looked at what they wanted and also made sure that each team had a representative of each different cross-functional type, skill. The one thing that we didn't do was measure personalities. So as you can imagine, there was some AA types that were in these groups, and to say the least, it was never a boring moment. So they've all learned to work together and go to a common goal. So you'll be seeing that today, and I'm very proud of them. Some of the materials that we covered during the class was a market analysis, value proposition, commercialization strategies, financial requirements, business modeling, funding, and company presentations. So that was the bulk of what they learned during the last 10 weeks. And they worked very hard during this time. So are you ready to see their pitches today? Even more important, are the participants that are speaking, are you ready for this today? That's awesome. Well, that's great, because shortly you'll be able to show them. What we're going to do here is, I'm going to first introduce Mason, and Jack will be up here prior to us starting this whole event. So when we do, I just want you to realize that Jack has installed this one clap method. Whenever we introduce people and we go through the program, we just do one hard clap, right? So as we mention them, please do that as well. So Mason Jackson has been president and CEO of Workforce One Employment Solutions for the past 26 years. He is recognized as a leader and innovator in workforce development on a national level. He oversees the agency with 259 employees and 3 one-stop centers in Broward County. He is the recipient of the Greater Fort Lauderdale Alliance Governor's Council Annual Award. He received the Florida Economic Development Council Workforce Development Professional of the Year Award. The South Florida Business Journal, from the South Florida Business Journal, the Diamond CEO Award, and National Workforce Association Executive Director of the Year. And he's also a wonderful person. Please help me welcome Mason Jackson.
Thank you, Sandy. Thank you for that last remark. It's nice to get awards, but it's better to be known as a nice person. So thank you very much. Welcome. What a great day it is, isn't it? Are you excited? I know I am. Which team is going to win out there? That's what I wanted to hear. This is going to be informative, fun, and with a reception afterwards, does it get any better than that? We will hear some exciting and thought-provoking business plan presentations. We have competition, judging, prizes, just an outstanding day. Good luck to all of you, and thank you to all the judges. We know your try to move this a little bit here. We know that your task is going to be extremely difficult today. This is one of the many programs that Workforce One Employment Solutions operates to help job seekers find a first job, a new job, or a better job. We also help employers find the talent that they need. But this program is different. I said our name is Employment Solutions, and one solution is to grow your own job and maybe create some others in the process. This one is not about finding a job. It's about creating a job. This program puts your future in your hands, not the hands of an employer. This is about making your own destiny, not having your destiny be at the whims of decisions someone else makes. This is about setting you up to determine your own well-being, your own self-sufficiency, and wealth. There's one thing for sure, you will never get rich working for someone else. Trust me, I know this. This is about being the captain of your own ship, the master of your own fate. This is about living your dream. I love this quote by motivational speaker and coach Tony Gaskins. If you don't build your dream, someone will hire you to help them build theirs. Think about that. If you don't build your dreams, someone will hire you to help them build theirs. This is not about training you for another job. This is about training you for another future. I can't wait to see the magnificent and exciting outcomes from this program. I hope to see products brought to market and fortunes made so that all of us at Workforce One Employment Solutions can proudly say, wow, we had a hand in that. But whether it's these products or other products and services, we hope all of you will become entrepreneurs. But if for some reason you decide that you want to return to the job world, you will have a greater appreciation for what it takes to start and maintain a business. And just by the way, should you decide that you want employment, Workforce One is there for you. Come back to our one-stop centers and get that next job. Don't forget, we're there to help. As I said, this is a program of Workforce One Employment Solutions, which is governed by a council of local elected officials in partnership with the Broward Workforce Development Board. The Broward Workforce Development Board is a private sector-led board, along with other community partners, and we have our chair here today, Ms. Pam Sands from Kelly Services, and I was wondering, Pam, if you'd like to say a few words. Welcome, folks.
Can you hear me? I'm known for having a good mouth, so we'll do this, but some see things as they are, and others dream things that never were and ask why not. It's one of my favorite quotes. It's by George Bernard Shaw. And as I thought about what we've seen taking this idea from concept to implementation to where we are today, I thought about how inspiring it is for all of you that have participated in this, because you came at this with courage and with a dream. And hopefully with what you've learned from your mentors and what you've learned from each other and what folks have learned from you, you'll take those dreams, turn them into your plans, and then hopefully, best of luck to everybody, into reality. So just so you know, since the beginning we've been cheering you on from the sidelines. Our entire board is very excited about what you've done and what you're going to do, and we're going to be continuing to cheer you on, and we wish you the best of luck, because the best is yet to come.
Thank you, Pam. I see some members of the Broward Workforce Development Board in the audience. I was wondering if you would stand up and get a round of applause from the group. Our Board of Directors, Paul Farron, I see, Tim Gorsuch from thank you all for coming here. I'd also like, if there are members of our executive staff in the audience, to stand up as well. It's Michael Bateman, thank you for coming. Appreciate it. You know, the board and staff oversee $26 million in programs for adults, dislocated workers, and youth to help them get gainful employment. This program, however, wouldn't have been possible without a U.S. Department of Labor grant awarded to the originators of this idea, Florida Works from Alachua County and the University of Florida, who developed the curriculum. We have some of their representatives in the audience, and as I call your name, would you please stand up to be recognized? We have Vicki Piazza. Vicki, back there. Very good. Chris Johnrud. Chris, I know you're here. There she is in the back. Okay, Sonia Douglas. Sonia. Micaiah McKnight. Kurt Murauer and Michael Vold. Very good, thank you. JT. James. And Carla Budenside. Very good. Well, thank you for your support throughout this entire program. It's been great. One last thought. This is a graduation, and many times graduation is called commencement. That's because graduation is not the end, it's the beginning. Today's competition is just one of many challenges you will face. We know you are all in it to win it, and I wish you the best. But remember, that's just a competition. If your product and plans are not chosen for a prize, it doesn't mean that your ideas don't have merit or can't be improved. See this as a learning experience. Listen to what the judges say and grow from it. The real value in this program is that growth. I'm extremely impressed with the amount of work and effort put into this by all of you. And I would just like for all of the mentors to stand up and get a round of applause from your students. alcohol. And now I'd like to bring up Jack Moss to introduce the advisory board. Jack, our senior executive. Jack Moss is moving up here. Just recently came back from Cotocachi, so Ecuador, so we call him Senior Moss.
Mason, thank you very much. It's a pleasure for me to be associated with the workforce program in Broward. I was involved in it many, many years ago in the mid-70s. I don't want to give the age away, but the silver hair should tell you something. And Mason and I have been friends and colleagues for about 30 years now, so it's a pleasure to be back working with Mason. Part of the reason I'm involved in the program is that I'm supposed to know a lot of people in Broward County, having been here for so long and some of the positions that I've held. And I helped to recruit some of our advisory board members who have been key to our success. I'd like to ask the advisory board members to please stand and give them the one clap, please. Thank you very much. That's my role for right now. I'll be over this side leading the discussion on the biotechnology groups. But I would like to next introduce Mike O'Donnell. I remember the first day I showed up on the job, I was on the payroll, there was a guy sitting there with his suit and his shoes were all shined, and I said, "Hi, I'm Jack Moss." He said, "Hi, I'm Mike O'Donnell." I said, "Well, we're going to be working together." Little did I know we'd be in an office together, sharing an office next to Mason, available for his guidance and counsel. And Mike and I have been very close friends and colleagues, and I'm pleased to call him an associate. Mike? One clap, guys.
Hello, Questers! So you have all heard the saying that it takes a village to raise a child. Well, if you look around this room, and all these participants, all these mentors, these sponsors, if you look in this program at all the leaders, all of the organizations that have taken to put this program together, you quickly come to the realization that it takes an entire ecosystem to raise a startup. So startups are kind of cool right now, right? Everybody loves startups. But let me tell you, they're a little bit like sausage. You don't want to see how they're made. So the experts that will tell you that startup teams go through 4 distinct stages: forming, storming, norming, and performing. And these 4 stages typically take startup teams months, if not years, to get through. We asked these participants to complete these 4 stages in 10 weeks. On week 1, they were thrown together, and we said, form. They didn't know each other. They didn't know their mentor. They didn't know anything about the technology they were given. And we said, okay, you got 9 weeks. Turn it into a viable company. And then the storming began. And man, did they storm. And they, like sausage, you know, it can get messy, it gets a little ugly. They got mad at each other. They got mad at their mentors. The mentors got mad at me. They're like, "Mike, I don't have this much stress running my own company, and I get paid to do that." But they stepped up. They stuck it out because they're leaders. And they want to give back to this community. And they believe in these participants and making their lives better. And the participants stuck it out. Most of them. We lost some just walked out. But most of them stepped up and they got it done. So we're going to see now the results of the storming that moved into norming. And they got down to business. And they said, okay, well, what will we get in here? What applications are this for this new technology? What are the markets? How are we going to make money with this thing? And their roles began to define, and they started coming together, and they started performing. And they had to deliver a business plan, which the judges have all seen. And now you all are going to help us see the results of the performance. by seeing these presentations. And to help us do that, we have an esteemed panel of judges who, they're the sausage grinder. These guys have all seen hundreds of deals. Some of them have seen thousands of deals. They know a good startup from a bad startup. And they're going to help us judge how well these teams performed. But I do want to caution the judges, we're not judging their presentations on whether they're fundable today. Most of them aren't, right? We're judging them based upon how well they created and will articulate a viable business opportunity. You all got that straight? Judges? I think they know. All right, so I'm going to introduce it. We're going to run 2 rooms. To my right are the bioscience companies. To my left are going to be all the IT companies. So let me introduce, and I'll have them stand one at a time. And you can give them the Jack 1 clap. So the Director of Advanced Technology of Alpern Rosenthal and Chairman of the Angel Forum of Florida, please welcome Mr. Jason Brown. President and CEO of Metro Broward Economic Development Corp., please welcome Mr. Michael Carr. If I don't see Jonathan, I know he's on his way. He's going to be 10 minutes. Okay. So we've got President of DeQuesta BioVentures and Co-founder, Director, and President of New World Angels, Mr. Reese Williams. And the Vice President of Capital South Partners and Capitalia Investment Advisors, Mr. Casey Swerchek. Thanks, guys. Hopefully Jonathan will be here shortly, right? I know he's on his secretary, said he left an hour ago. Florida traffic. Okay, let's introduce the judges for the IT room. An advisor, investor, and mentor, Mr. Marcelo Malona. The CEO of the Florida Venture Forum, Mr. Kevin Bergoni. The founder of the Miami Entrepreneurship Center and early stage SearchShares.com, Mr. Maurice Lopes. The president of Crunchfire Ventures, a board member of New World Angels, and a charter member of the Miami Innovation Fund. Please welcome back Mr. Frank Mammon. And we had Senator Jeremy Ring was going to be, he's in your program as one of the judges. He got called out of town, you know how politicians are. Well, we had a great stand-in, the chairman of Broward SCORE and a good friend of Startup Quest. Please welcome Mr. George Gremsey. All right, Questers, we're going to close these walls, and we're going to do 4 presentations here, 4 presentations there, then we're going to have a break and do the rest again. So at this time, we're going to go ahead and close the walls, and the presenters can get ready.